Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Knowles, and this is the Nerdic Gods podcast, episode 182. Steven Sims, you're shaking your head and it is worrying me.
It's just some production issues. I haven't done this in a long time. I actually had to come upstairs and shake the dust from all the shit.
I was 100% certain you were going to say we got to restart.
Oh no, we should, but you know, it's charm at this point. It's fine.
Nah, you got to leave it.
We should do that.
Steven Sims, you have the coolest hat in the world on right now.
Oh mate, it's so sick, innit? Like,
so badass.
It's my soccer hat as well now because like I'm always outside watching my daughter. I'm like, oi.
If like me and you were on the sidewalk or whatever the fuck you call sidewalks where you're from,
pavement.
Pavement. It's
why
on
is
the
that funny?
side and walk on it. You know, it's not pavement's whatever. But anyway, me and you are on the pavement, right? You're walking this way, I'm walking that way, and I see you with that hat on. I'm going to the other side of the street. I'm not fucking with that.
Imagine. So, for people that don't know, I don't know why I like it so much, but I like the apparel of like Cobra Kai so much. I have a Cobra Kai hoodie. I have two Cobra Kai t-shirts. I have shoes that are the colors of Cobra Kai, and I wear them sometimes. To be fair, I've only ever wore the outfit twice. I went to my mum's house, and she says the shoes are the worst thing she's ever seen in her life.
Special occasions. You know what you should do? Every time you go to your mom's house, you should wear it now.
You guys wear them shoes. I'm like, oh, they're in a box under my bed. She's like, that's sad. Real sad.
And your mom's just super disappointed in you. Like,
so what you say? Like, let's address the t-shirt though. My t-shirt is pretty sick. Let me just stand up for the people. Like, so like if
you know, I don't actually know what this is.
It's just a t-shirt. So like,
okay,
it's called it's an axolotl. It's an axolotl. You know, axolotls, they're like fish.
They're like fish. Okay.
Yeah, they're cool looking, scary fish.
It's a fish of some type.
Google axolotl. Do it.
I thought it was a Pokemon.
No. So it's a play on words because the axolotl has got a controller in his hand. Do you see that? That's a controller. They couldn't put like PlayStation or Xbox on. That would be a lawsuit. And then instead of axolotl, it's games a lotl because I game a lot.
How do you spell axolotl?
AX a lot. I don't know. Axolotl. Axolotl.
I'm trying to find this axolotl. Oh, I think I got it. Okay. Wow, that's a cool fish.
Yeah, man.
That's a fish, huh? It's more like a lizard or some sort.
I think.
You know? Like look at this little fucker, you know?
Yeah, man. They're like weird faces. They look like a Pokemon.
They do look like a Pokemon.
Like we want them, but they're like a lot of hard work.
Are they?
The axolotl is a pandamorphic salamander, so it's a salamander, really. It's not a fish.
Okay. And what? They just like crawl on the bottom.
They live in water. They live in water.
Sure, they have gills. I'm assuming.
But they're so difficult to keep because the water has to be at one temperature, and if it like drops, it's brown. They're brown. They're just dead. Nobody wants dead fish.
Nah, yeah, you don't want to do that.
You don't want dead fish. Yeah.
Not like your hamsters.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
That sounds. Oh my God, I've had
what popped
so many animals have died in this podcast.
We don't gotta bring up the. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Dead gerbils. I was dead. Oh me.
That was really inconsiderate of me.
It's fine, man. Don't worry about it. I see how it is.
Just gotta bring up the dead hamsters. I'm sorry. How
are you?
You got something else? Oh, I'm good. I guess.
Oh, we haven't seen each other. I miss your face, man.
I feel like we see each other every week now.
I try. I'm always in a call.
Yeah, I just never know what time is. You know, this shit just blends. Can you believe we're in August of 2023?
My mom is 60 tomorrow.
What? Wow, your mom's turning 60 tomorrow.
60 tomorrow.
She had you pretty young then, huh?
My dad. So my mom was 27, and my dad was 17.
Nice.
I'm like, go on, son. Go on, dad. Go on.
Way to go, dad.
But then I think about it, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. 10 years. I mean, it gets better as time goes on, right? you know?
Oh yeah, and now he's like 50. He's like 48. No, he's
Yeah,
50.
like
He's just turned 50, and then she's just turned 16.
your dad was really young.
Yeah, good dad. Excuse me, you ordered. What was a good Akuga? I was gonna do something.
What the fuck were you gonna do?
Oh no.
No. Go your dad though. Anyways, this is a video game podcast.
Is
We
it?
are the Nerdic Gods. I don't normally do this whole intro thing. If you don't know what we are,
That was
we
what
are
I was
just
doing.
a weekly video game podcast. We run down all the major weekly video game news that has happened in the last week.
Oh.
Have a good time doing that. Then we get into what we've been playing. Normally, one of us is always playing the hottest new AAA thing or the biggest indie game or whatever the fuck. Normally, one of us at least is playing that. And then to end the show, we play a fun little game. Normally 20 questions. Me and Daniel have been having fun with our character rankings, video game character rankings. Can't remember what's in first right now, but I think it's Garrus from Mass Effect. But we got like 20 something right now. Yeah, Garrus from Mass Effect, great pick, you know. But yeah, we're having a good time filling that out. So yeah, if you enjoy this show at all, please remember to subscribe to us. YouTube.com/nerdgods. We're also available on all audio platforms. Steven Sims, let's get into the actual show.
I have not got the run of show on my thing, so everything you're gonna throw at me, surprise.
Bunch of surprises for Sims. This will be good to show then. All right, first up then. First Sims. Been another busy week in the world of video games.
Gotta say it, baby. Gotta say it.
Gotta say it, get paid to. That's how I make the big bucks, people. According to sources close to VGC, Nintendo is targeting the second half of 2024 to release their next console, and key partners have already have access to dev kits. Steven Sims, there's more information here, but baseline information looks like Nintendo is targeting the second half of 2024, probably fall, if I had to guess, for their next console. How you feeling about it?
Breaking news. Water is wet. See, there's something you knew already, right? So we knew this was happening. I'm a bit shocked. What I said a couple of weeks ago, that I think we're going to see it in September, and then they'll release it in March. And I also said this Wind Waker debacle, that's a word for you, is will come on that day one. That will be big Zelda game. You probably get Mario Odyssey 2. I don't think you'll get Mario Odyssey 2.
I kind of wanted to ask this. What is, we'll just get into this now. What's like your dream lineup for this thing?
Odyssey 2, Mario, whatever it is. It'd be Mario something. I don't think we can do Odyssey 2. Is it too late now? Is it too late? Yeah, it's too late for Mario.
Yeah, that's a good question.
What was the gap between Galaxy 1 and 2?
2007 to 2011. So that was like 4 years. Yeah, it's been like 6 years now. You could, but also a new console. I'd imagine it'll just be something new. It could be an Odyssey 2, but yeah, who knows? A new 3D Mario platformer, I feel like, is a lock for the launch of this thing, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. And then, yeah, the Wind Waker Twilight Princess thing. Maybe that's a good idea to just say for that.
Definitely. You may as well now. It's like, I know you've got, you probably release it for both, don't you? Because you've got 2 gazillion types of Switches out there in the wild. Your mum's got one, your grandma's got one, your kids have got one, your fucking hamster's got one, like the dead one and the alive one.
There's an alive one, wow.
No. But yeah. So yeah, I think you release it for the Switch, you release it for the Nintendo Switch Pro 2 Deluxe Edition. And then you probably you got a stupid Switch. I don't know, it's gonna have some special feature in it. It's probably gonna have like smell. Do you know what I mean? You'd be able to smell things.
I would love that.
Yeah, so like Nintendo awesome. 1, 2. You know what I mean? Like just a little
so into that.
Nintendo 1, 2 waft or something.
Imagine, you're like playing like fucking Elden Ring or some shit, you're walking through swamplands.
Yeah,
all of a sudden your entire house just fucking reeks. Like
the problem is, right, like if you are gonna implement like smelly vision into anything, like what's a dead body gonna smell like? You don't want that.
You don't, but like you kind of, for the immersion, you kind of do.
Rockstar Games is trending.
Why are they trending?
They trend like every day. They trend every day.
Just announce Red Dead. We all know it's coming out in like November or whatever. All right, just announce it, Rockstar.
Oh mate, imagine.
To go with this news, though, two sources that have spoken to VGC suggest the console could launch with an LCD screen.
Oh, take a picture.
Does that do anything for you?
LCD, no. OLED, yes.
There's apparently no OLED right away, you know. But then also Nintendo Next Gen console can be used portable as cartridge slot. Portable has cartridge slot and for physical games. So again, very very samey to Nintendo Switch. This seems like it's just going to be more so a Nintendo Switch 2 instead of a whole new console, which I think we all expected, right? And then backwards compatibility support is unclear at the moment, which I am very nervous about.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah. no. Man, if Nintendo comes out here and hits us with the it's not backwards compatible, I'm gonna be upset, especially if it is just like a Switch Pro, right? Because then it's just like what the fuck are you guys actually doing if it's not backwards compatible, you know? Both your main rivals have done it now, you know.
I mean,
it's just like you're gonna be. I can see why, right? Like they get the charge us all $70
you'd be
for
stupid
to
go.
Again, right?
Oh, I don't get it.
Yeah.
But I can see if they try it, I can see some kind of like what some kind of court thing.
Who?
So I could see someone like bringing up lawsuits. I've got confused. So like I could just see it being an issue. Someone's gonna be like, this has happened too many times. You want to like, and obviously it won't hold up in court, but like I can see them be some kind of like uproar in a law, you know, in a court of law, like someone trying to bring it to like
go that far.
Yeah, I do think so because I think it's a joke.
Wow.
Like, oh, you want none of our. So now all of our stuff is now, especially like digitally. If the digital stuff like doesn't work, you've made it by. I mean, I'm sure it won't hold up in court. I don't know nothing, but I can imagine something going on, something like. I just imagine something going on. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, oh.
Yeah, I would hope they're smart enough to just make it backwards compatible with the last Switch. Like, you got to. How fucking evil would that be if they don't, you know? And yeah, I'll be gravely upset. I really hope they don't. I'm crossing my fingers that they don't. But yeah, man, that'll be very upsetting. Getting back to the launch lineup though, yeah, I think new 3D Mario is a lock, especially if it's all the way to next fall. Some sort of port of Tears of the Kingdom. And then I wonder if Mario Kart would be ready by then, you know? Maybe you just do a whole Mario themed launch lineup, you know? You do a 3D Mario, Mario Kart, and then, you know, if we're dreaming here, give me Captain Toad 2, you know? On the same day, launch. Let's fucking go. Like, that sounds incredible.
I just want Wind Waker.
I just want a GameCube game on there right away, you know?
Exactly.
It's out there. I think you might get it this fall, honestly. I
really do. Yeah, I don't know. I say this every year, don't I? I've literally given up. I'm like, I don't even care anymore.
The entire length of this,
honestly,
that we've been doing this show.
I reckon
we thought, this is the fall. We'll get Wind Waker.
You could make a greatest hits of me getting excited.
Yeah, you totally could.
And then the greatest hits of me realizing
people. I sit there in my Discord and I just see Steven Sims. This is the one. Here it is. You know, we're getting Wind Waker today, boys.
Every GIF, there's always a GIF in there. Like, oh,
it could even be like a fucking Nindies thing. Sims will be like, "You guys think Wind Waker's gonna be here?"
And you know what, right? I'm at the point where now I probably wouldn't even play it. I can play it on. I think I played the first hour. What's going on here?
Yeah, I've never even played the game. You know, I've never played Wind Waker. So I would love that, yeah. But we'll see. I thought at some point we'd add GameCube games to the backwards compatible, or no, not backwards compatible, the Switch Online thing, you know. And maybe they still will at some point. Maybe that'll be a cool thing to launch the Switch 2 with, you know. Maybe you say, hey, there's a bunch of GameCube games that you can download on the Nintendo Online thing. That'd be dope, right?
I think we all just hope there's a lot. Here's this hardware. It runs the equivalent to like Xbox One games, like the original Xbox One, and then everything works. It's the same design. Like nothing needs to change except for the screen. The Joy-Cons, I think we're all okay with. Like it just no, it doesn't. It will change obviously because they kind of have to sell it as a new product, unless they are just selling it as a Switch Pro. Like it's weird how they want to go about it because at the end of the day, it has to be a Nintendo. It has to be Nintendo's next console. It has to be seen as Nintendo's next console. It can't just be seen as the Switch next version because I think they want to reset the sales numbers, if that makes sense. Because if it was Nintendo Switch Pro, then it'd still obviously be nice to increase them 100 million Switch and beat the PS2 or whatever. But I don't know. It has to be. It's got to be Nintendo. I don't think it could be called Switch. But like, what would they do? Like, it's supposed to be portable. What they're gonna call it? Nintendo. Is Nintendo portable?
I think you would need the Switch 2, right? So people know this is the next step.
If you do, Switch maybe Pro,
that the Switch Pro would almost sound like like PS4 to PS4 Pro. That almost just sounds like a minor upgrade.
Let's get in our thinking. Like, what do we have? We had the Wii, and then we had the Wii U.
Yeah.
So what's this going to be? Switch?
Horribly because of the name. Obviously it was a dumb console too, but like I think the Wii U being called that. Really
I mean, we cuss it out, admittedly, as terrible games. It didn't get the support that it deserved. Had a good idea at the time.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of led to the Switch, right? With the whole handheld pad and like.
I feel like they should have just held off and just went. We got this great idea. The tech's not here, but obviously at the time and place, it made sense. It did make sense. Like I was sold. I mean, I'm a fucking sucker, so I'm like, oh yeah, that's amazing. But I bought Connect day one. All right, that's all we have to talk about. I don't know. Switch. What's it gonna be called? Is Switch 2? Is that too boring? Is that?
You know what else could do it is Super Nintendo Switch.
And as daft as that,
it worked back in the 80s, right?
Exactly. Yeah. As daft as it sounds. You just heard that on a podcast and you're just copying it. Makes sense. Like Super Nintendo Switch. Like there's nostalgia with it. There's like Super. Everyone loves fucking Super.
Yeah.
All right. Do you know what I mean? Like you put look at Man. You put Super. Apparently you got a fucking franchise.
Apparently
so.
Anything good Superman's done, but apparently he's one of the biggest out there.
So yeah, Super Nintendo Switch works for me. Like I'm like, what do you call that? Super Nintendo Switch.
SNS.
Super Nintendo system.
I always forget. Is it you that calls it the SNES?
Yeah, the SNES. The SNES. Okay, it's always been the SNES. Gets really nice. No, he hates it. I don't like it. The SNES. It's always been the SNES. I didn't even know it was like. I just thought that's what it was called. I didn't know it was. Is it an acronym? I didn't know it was an acronym.
No, you just.
My cousin was like, "Have you got?" My cousin was like, "I have a SNES," and I was like, "This is a SNES." Never thought to think it was a SNES. Like it was called the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Sure.
But like, what was Super Nintendo Switch? SNES. You got the SNES? SNES?
I like it. SNES? You want SNES?
SNES?
You look up on SNES. I like it. I again do worry about that though. Do people then also think that's just another minor upgrade for the Switch? If you're calling it the Super Switch now. I don't know. It's a hard game to play there.
It's 100% because I guarantee you 90% of the people that own a Switch never watch a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, 100%.
So like,
I mean, there's 120 something million of them out there. Yeah, no fucking way. It's probably less than 90%, or probably more.
There's like parents on there. Like I think these the Nintendo is a great system to own, but like for a kid nowadays, if you want a kid to play a video game, Xbox is the best console in the world. You got Roblox, Minecraft.
The value.
Yeah, I don't even. I mean, if I didn't have kids, it's an awkward one. Like, I'd have an Xbox, obviously, but I don't think I'd spend as much money on Games Pass. And I only buy Games Pass because it comes with gold.
Oh, and you need it for your kids. Yeah. I mean, I cancel mine depending on the month. So if I'm planning on playing something on Game Pass, that month, then I'll keep it. But if not, like right now, I have it canceled.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm just like.
So I did that. I didn't have it on repetition on a repeat, and then it just. I think Minecraft. That's the one. Roblox is free. Fortnite's free. But as soon as they want to start playing Minecraft,
then you need it.
Yeah, and then my daughter likes to play a bit of FIFA every now and then. Yeah. But like, I'm there. Like, look at this. Like Lionel. I was like, the other day, I was like, do you not want to go play Vemba? He was like, what's Vemba? I was like, let me tell you about Vemba.
Didn't give a fuck about Vemba.
Don't give a fuck. But honestly, I mean, in an ideal world, in a perfect world, it is called Super Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
It's backwards compatible. The Joy-Cons are probably have a bit of something to them, like a bit like they've just got at the moment they've got nothing about them.
You can like at least minorly upgrade
yeah,
those, right?
just upgrade them a bit. The screen's nice, bit lighter.
I don't like the LCD. You know, I wish there was.
Nah, I look at the old one now, and I'm like, this is, you know, that scene in Toy Story where he just Andy just drops Woody.
Yeah.
Just that. It's like, what is this bezel? What is this big black bar around my video? Don't need that. Like, have you seen the OLED? Like, oh my baby. It's just so nice. Oh man, look how bright it is. Look how bright that home button is. Like,
it's so nice. I don't even remember what the old one looks like at this point, you know?
Oh man.
You know, I bought this and I was like, this is gonna be a dumb purchase. I'm not gonna care. Love it.
Oh,
you
so
know,
good.
love the OLED, you know.
Play some Zelda on that bad boy. Yeah, but I mean, I picked up the old one the other day and I was like, "Phew, like, where's the screen? There's no screen." You ever seen a Tamagotchi? Remember Tamagotchis?
Who?
Tamagotchi.
Isn't that like a stereo system?
No, it's like it's a little thing about this big, a little crappy little screen, 3 buttons, does a little poo, pick it up, you feed it like an animal on a screen. Tamagotchi.
Okay.
Google it. Tamagotchi. Tamagotchi.
Why do you make me Google so many?
Because I need you to see these things. Tamagotchi.
Gotchi.
Oh, by the way, right? I'm now at the point where I don't type anything because this voice thing works. Like YouTube on the TV, boom.
Oh, one of these little stupid.
Yeah, one of them things, right?
Oh, okay, I know.
Right. I picked up the Nintendo Switch in my kid's room, and I shit you not, the screen is the same size as that. I was like, where the fuck? But no, where was I?
Super Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I don't know. In ideal world, you got better Joy-Cons. I think they take the marketing a bit more seriously than they did with the thing. I think they open up Doug Bowser. You know, he takes it a bit more seriously. I think the lineup's going to be the tricky part because you've already spent your Zelda ticket. I reckon you could have probably held that another year. We'd have been okay with it. Obviously, you will get Tears of the Kingdom. That'd be day one. Mario day one.
Be some sort of upgraded version. Yeah. Of that. Even
Zelda day one. Right? Maybe I don't think you're gonna blow your load on Mario Kart and Mario Odyssey at the same time. Doesn't make sense.
Hold Mario Kart for like
I think you'll get a Mario, your Zeldas, Nintendo, Super Nintendo Smelly Vision.
Do you think Metroid Prime 4 could be ready?
Maybe, but like, I mean, how many AAAs do you want to start with? Like, I mean, it'd be lovely. Don't be wrong. I'd love to buy a Super Nintendo Switch. I'm gonna keep saying it so it stays into the ether. Super Nintendo Switch, pick that up. Metroid Prime 4, Super Mario Odyssey, and then a double pack Nintendo Zelda. Cool.
That'd be fucking lovely.
Who knows it, man? I'm stuck with fucking Metroid
that's
Prime.
Perfect to me if they could do that.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, obviously,
thing here is Nintendo just needs to carry on with what they're doing with the Switch. Yeah. They don't want a Wii U situation here. They gotta avoid that at all costs.
I think
that's a hard thing
to have. Third party, maybe a Call of Duty, because that's what they're aiming for it to run on there. They want. Imagine if you had Call of Duty. I know Modern Warfare 2 or whatever the one is. Imagine that comes with it. I'm like, that will sell. Because like
little, I don't know how much.
But I mean, average Joe, yeah, average Joe.
People care. Like, I feel like people are built in. Hey, if you want to play Call of Duty, you need an Xbox or PlayStation, right?
Yeah, but like, if average Joe is like, oh, I commute a lot. I'm always in hotel rooms. Do you know what I mean? I'm always on the road. I'm always doing something. Oh, Super Nintendo, and then COD Black Ops 4's on it. It's all right.
I don't think anyone wants to fucking play that.
Yeah, no, but what if Jim in his hotels
wants to there and play first-person multiplayer games on a handheld?
Yeah, but I mean, you would though, wouldn't you? If you had no option.
Yeah, I guess.
You sit there and it's all like it's all thingamabobbed. Crossplay.
Like COD to most people is such like I'm gonna hop on my PlayStation late at night and play with the boys, you know. On,
and it's always TV, like it's always the same story. Oh, the missus were, the missus moaning because I'm playing video game.
With a hand, I don't know. It'd be the console would have to be designed a bit differently. Like, I don't know, you would somehow need a way to easily connect to a party chat and all that, right?
Yeah, I think the
But
doc.
something big from third person. I think you're certainly right on that. Something
Mm,
from Capcom or any of the big ones, right? You know,
you
Ubisoft can get up in there. If
you
it's
stick
still
with it.
only as powerful, so like if you remember from the whole FTC trial with Activision Blizzard, Bobby
FTC
Kotick
won't let me
leaked some shit
be. Trying
about
to shut
this,
me
and he said
down
that
on
it's as
MTV.
powerful as PS4 and Xbox One, like you were
Yeah,
just saying with the Xbox
yeah.
One, right? So if it's still only that powerful, you're gonna need to make a special version of COD or like significantly downgrade whatever COD 2024 is, right? Black Ops 6 or whatever the fuck they're doing now, you know? You're going to need to significantly downgrade that. And I just don't think a lot of people are really going to care about it on a Switch 2. You know, obviously you're hardcore Nintendo fans, you know, maybe even like younger teenagers that are hardcore Nintendo fans and pick the Switch up day one and they don't have a PS5 or Xbox Series. Maybe they'll be more inclined to be like, oh, everyone's talking about the new COD. Let me get out there and buy it on the Super Switch. But who knows, you know?
Yeah, I
But
definitely.
yeah,
There's hold on.
2024 LCD. Oh, you're good. Backwards compatibility is unclear. Those are the big takeaways here. So we will find out more soon. I'd
I think we'll see.
imagine.
I do think we'll see this year. I think they'll start talking about it. I
Yeah,
think. I think.
you still think September
Yeah,
they'll announce it
get the
officially?
hype buzzed up, man. Get people.
Yeah,
People can then get prepared. Like, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, you can look at it two ways. You can think of Mr. Nice Nintendo's like, right, here you are. Switch is out next year. Maybe start selling your consoles, or give you the good presentation. They hit you with this is what's coming out for fall. I know Metroid Prime 2. What comes out in February? Maybe Zelda's. What comes out in June? Switch 2. Don't sell it just yet. Here's your big games, and then at the end, little teaser. Switch 2 2024. You probably just see the console, maybe. If not, I don't know. Or they just say
like
Switch to 2024. And then yeah, like they're saying fall, aren't they? So I mean,
yeah. If I had to guess, I think they'll hold off till very early next year to announce it. I think it'll be
but they like the
January
January,
ish
don't we?
next year.
We get the
Yeah, they
September.
always like
The
their
September
January
Direct's my
direct too.
favorite one. January one's okay as well. But yeah, I think there's rumors of Prime 2's out soon. Zelda news soon as well. Maybe some new Zelda. Obviously, hopefully Wind Waker. It's like
Yeah,
anticlimactic at this
I
point.
wonder if we get anything for today's Switch next spring. You know, if we are holding off all the way till next fall, do they have anything? Suppose they announced that Peach game right at
Yeah, you've got your Peach game. You've got your Peach
Direct.
game. You've got your
Super Mario Wonders, obviously this fall, right?
Luigi's Mansion 2.
Oh, the remake of that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So we'll see. We'll
So there's
see.
still
We'll
some
see.
stuff. Yeah, we
We
will
will
see.
see. We
Exciting
will
times for
see.
Nintendo.
We
I
will
think
see.
Nintendo's had a great year, and it
Oh
looks like
yeah.
next year is going to be great as well. So
Yeah, I mean they've got to have a great end of the year, game of the year, fucking all the game of the year, fucking have to buy a new fucking Calyx from fucking IKEA to put all the fucking trophies on. Like, you know what I mean? Like someone's got to
yeah,
build the Calyx, that's a pain in the ass. Like
that
IKEA,
too.
like probably have to buy two Calyxes. And then one will be like white and one will be just be off white, and then one of them will have a chip in it, so I'll take it back to IKEA. I mean, Nintendo got a big year. Like it's gonna be hard work, man. A
Hard
Calyx
work
is a
indeed.
shelf, by the way. I'll have to show you the shelf. Google
Yeah,
Calyx on
I kind of put that together.
IKEA.
It was
Let me
like,
show you. Let
you were
me
like,
show
put
you.
your trophies on it. It was like, all right, yeah, a shelf of some sort. While you're doing that, next up, then, in a surprise announcement during the Final Fantasy Festival, Xbox head Phil Spencer came out on stage and announced
Phil
Final
Spencer. Why
Fantasy.
did you say it with so much? Phil Spencer. He's
What
not.
do you
He's
say,
not
Phil Spencer?
Hollywood.
I imagine like a lightning strike went by me when I said it like that too. Phil Spencer.
So this is a Calyx.
A shell.
Oh no,
You
that's
just
not that. That's not a Calyx. Where you gone?
what does it say?
It's a
Square.
Calyx. That's not it though. The Calyx from IKEA.
See, why do you need that? Why don't you just put your shit in a drawer like a normal person?
Yeah, look, this is a Calyx. Like something like this.
Okay.
Something
That's
like
a
this.
tiny one.
Yeah, you can get big ones, small ones. Like people use them to put the TVs on. Like just imagine like you can just imagine like this one here. Like, I don't know if you can see my cursor, right? But you can have like your Game of the Year award here from the games awards, IGN's Game of the Year, GameSpot's. You could have what's that website nobody likes? Kotaku. You could have that one in the bin next to it. And then, yeah. But like, you gotta think. So you got Game Awards, IGN, GameSpot.
Wait, where are you getting these awards from? You're
From all
getting
the
them. I understand you're getting them from
yeah,
these different media outlets, but like, what are they giving you an award for?
for Game of the Year.
Oh, if you're Nintendo,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
gotcha,
That's
gotcha,
what I'm
gotcha,
saying.
gotcha. I
You
thought
ruined the
you were
bit.
just
You
getting
ruined the bit.
awards
You
for
ruined
it.
it all now.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
You don't get this with Daniel, all right? You don't get these like tangents and like we're sharing my
Dog
screen all of a
Alex.
sudden. You're not prepared for it. I'm here to derail this show as fast as I can. Okay, all right. I'm here to have
It's
fun.
just me here. I'm trying to keep it on track.
Story number 2. What we do? Oh, Phil Spencer.
Start over in a surprise announcement during the Final Fantasy Festival. Xbox head Phil Spencer came out on stage and announced Final Fantasy 14 is finally coming to Xbox sometime next spring. Steven Sims, Final Fantasy 14. All you Xbox fans can stop fucking crying.
You fucking nerds. You fucking nerds. With you fucking Final Fantasies and you fucking little fucking bar at the fucking bottom and the screen's ruined. Your little fucking bar at the bottom with like the keybind. Oh, and I have F1 for the attack of the ice and F2 was like you fucking losers. Now you get on the fucking you fucking losers. You don't see me playing no fucking stupid MMOs. Ever. Never. MMO. I don't play MMOs.
Nah, never. Hey, we're playing RuneScape after this, right?
Definitely playing RuneScape after this, man. Top them trees. No. In all seriousness, man. Like Final Fantasy 14, never played it, but I know it's absolute sensation, taking over the world. People play it all the time. Look, MMOs are one of those like MMO are like. They're like drugs. They're like a bag of candy. You have one candy, you're like, I like this, and then before you know it, you're buying 4 more bags of candies, and you've quit your job. Your missus has left you, and your cat's dead. All right, because that's what MMOs do to you. I've lost friends to MMOs. Taha Belgasmi, man. Taha Belgasmi, man. Rest in peace. Yeah, he used to be out every day. He'd be repping the streets, and be like, "Yo, Taha, let's go. Where we're going? We're gonna kick a ball about. We're gonna climb a tree, and we're gonna have a great time." Or he just come my ass and play San Andreas. One day, knocks on his door. He's at his computer. I'm like, "You all right, Taha, mate?" Give him a little rave. All right. I knocked on his door once. I saw him hide under his desk, so we left him alone.
From you?
Yeah, from anyone who knocked on the door because he was RuneScaping.
He was on RuneScape. He was RuneScaping it up. Oh,
yeah,
okay, can't do that. He transformed into a troll.
Just a fucking loser.
He's a fucking troll.
And then then he moved away. They moved to like Ashbourne, and like Ashbourne's full of like if you're from Ashbourne, fuck all of you. But like you moved to Ashbourne. Oh mate, Ashbourne's a fucking. Well, you know, like, so like Ashbourne is like my Kansas to Greg Miller. Like, honestly, like, and I mean every minute of it, every word I say, you're all a bunch of fucking trogs. Like, you just fucking with your 6 toes, you're fucking sleeping with each other, fucking incest, fucking shagging everyone because you dare leave your little fucking poxy. Too many hills as well, way too many hills, narrow streets.
I need to go to Ashbourne.
Nah, fuck Ashbourne. Nah, it's fucking.
Sounds like a good time. I tell you what, I'm going to England. I'm going to fucking Ashbourne.
Ashbourne, mate. Too many hills, full of fucking weirdos.
They're having sex with their cousins.
They're just fucking shagging each other. Everybody smells like, oh, it's a mess. Horrible.
It's just one family that lives in this town.
It was, yeah. And now look at him. I had to go pick something up the other day, yeah. And he lived in the middle of nowhere. You know why?
How close are you to this town?
About 50 minutes.
Okay.
And it's just like the middle of nowhere. You have to drive 300 fucking miles. You get there, fuck all there. I went there a couple of weeks ago to pick something up for my partner, and like he was like embarrassed. He didn't even want to see me. He was like, "Listen, mate, just chuck the money for the door and fucking leave." Because I didn't even need to pay him. I could have robbed him. I'm a nice guy, right? Ashbourne, fuck all here.
Fuck off, Ashbourne.
That's it. You Google it. Google it. Google it.
I'm not Googling Ashbourne. I don't need to see the
You do. I'm gonna get you some
pictures.
Just
the Lannisters all live there. It's just a fucking whole town full of Lannisters.
You know what, right? I'm gonna fucking derail this podcast again, right? So I did this agency gig. So like there was this little counter. I'd serve all the workers, all the overpaid people that worked at this company. Like all rich. Everyone's richer than me. Everyone, even the cleaners are like, yeah, I make lots of money because I clean this building. So they come up to me like, oh, you want me? And I was like, look, can't take your money at the moment. It's the end of the day. The till's away. He's like, look, I said, come back tomorrow. So then they come back and I'm like, oh, you must be a Lannister because they always pay their debts. No one got the reference.
You said that?
Yeah, because I'm funny as fuck. I'm like, oh, yeah, you must be a Lannister. I'm proper funny. But no one got it. Right. Like, what's that about?
Game of Thrones, man, it just fell off, you know.
If I saw you, if that was you and me, you were like, yo, like, hand me some money, like, do that to your right, do that with your cup. Yeah, exactly, do that. Go off, do that towards me. And I took the cup. And all right. And then I'm like, oh, you must be a Lannister, sir, because you always pay your debts. And then you go,
a Lannister always pays his debts.
And you'd be like, Steve,
and then we'd have a
good time.
Yeah.
No one gets it.
Fuck them.
You know what I mean?
You need to not go there. Fuck those people. You know, are those people from Ashbourne or whatever?
Probably. Everyone, like, honestly, just fucking. They 6 toes. One had an extra thumb.
Sure. 3 testicles. I get you.
Everybody's cross-eyed.
Weird mutants. Okay.
Everybody.
FF14 on Xbox. Yeah, I don't care that much either. If you couldn't tell. This game always seemed cool to me, but I don't know. When am I ever gonna have time to get into a 2,000-hour MMO?
Exactly.
So who knows? But yeah, that's cool. Great for Xbox players. I think it makes business sense, right? Put it on. Why wouldn't you want this thing on as many platforms as possible for as many people to play it on?
Ashbourne.
Is this Ashbourne?
Yeah, man.
Oh, looks lovely. What are you talking about?
Nah, man, it's fucking awful. Look
this looks lovely.
These, like, see this Sinfoil and Slaters? Kitchen cookware? Yeah. All of it robbed. Bike? Like, there's not, like, people are so stupid. People are so stupid, they don't even, like, rob this unattended bike. Like, they say followers on Facebook and Twitter. Yeah, right? Mm-hmm. They're so stupid, Twitter doesn't exist anymore.
You know what I love about little English towns is like it seems so like walkable on this town.
Look at this bullshit. Look at
like
this
you can't walk anywhere where I live like
things
that.
To do.
But this looks like you live next to everything.
Shit. Things to do and see.
They got kayaking.
Fucking wank. You're fucking Matlock farming. Nah, this is fucking garbage, man.
I'd go hang out here. This looks lovely.
You got fucking
I don't know what the fuck you're talking
images.
About.
Ashbourne images. Look at this shit. I do not have
photos.
Look at this shit. Look at this.
I think someone from Ashbourne hurt you deeply in the past.
How can you tell? How can you tell?
How can you tell? Did you like date a girl from your here when you were in high school or some shit?
No.
Did some shit happen there? Because this looks like a lovely place. I would hang out there any day of the fucking week.
How did you?
Look at how nice that street looks.
In all seriousness, right? You may be right. All right, but the place sucks.
I'm 100% right.
Sucks. Like, it's
the place looks lovely. The people can now see the behind the scenes shit.
Behind the scenes, oh fucking hell!
Behind the scenes,
it's like, remember? Do you remember back in the day, right? Video games and all that, right? Where you'd watch your TV show, but like they'd run out of things to do, so they'd just give you a clip show.
Sure.
Or a behind the scenes show. You were like, "Well, I wonder what's gonna happen next," and then the next minute, you got Will Smith acting as Will Smith, like going, "Oh, this is behind the scenes of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air." Oh, and then all Friends, you'd be like, "Oh, let's do a clip show every season." Like, we already know what happened. Like, every season, they had a clip show where Ross and Rachel were on a break. They always did the same clip every time. Like, they don't do that anymore. Like, I miss it. To be fair, I'm complaining, but like, when do, like, we're watching like Twisted Metal at the moment. It's episode 6. You remember what happened last episode? You remember clips? Bring back clip shows.
You just want recaps back?
No, I want clip shows.
You
like
clip
Scrubs
shows?
did it, didn't they? They had
like blooper reels.
Yeah, with the like, you ever seen like, like Friends? You ever watch Friends?
A little.
And they're all like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and then like they'll do like one episode where they'll have a few clips of the show.
Oh, okay, so
and
I know this specific episode of.
And they'll be like, "Hey, Carlton, remember that time you used to do the funny dance?" And then it go back to like episode 1, where it's like, "Not unusual."
Will Smith's like, "Here's our trailer," or "Here's my trailer," you know what I mean? Here's the makeup artist.
Or they'll be like go like behind the scene. They'll go like really into it. It's like, remember when we could afford proper walls? And if you remember in the first ever episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, when he nails the Biggie Smalls picture and the wall just fucking rocks.
I don't remember that at all.
Oh my god, let me fucking get that. I have to show you that. I can't show you that.
I don't need that.
I'm so sorry. This is I haven't spoke to anyone in ages.
There you go. You have kids. We'll talk
Help
about
me.
them. Hey, on. Continuing on with the Final Fantasy news. Also announced that Final Fantasy Festival, a new expansion for Final Fantasy 14 was announced, titled Dawn Trail. The expansion will be out sometime next summer. Ashbourne and Dawn Trail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Final Fantasy, man. They just pumping out the content.
Yeah. New expansion.
And the fucking
FF14.
nerds, they're like.
Do you think? Do we get another Final Fantasy MMO at some point? Like, is Final Fantasy 17 another MMO? Because these seem to do exceptionally well. You know.
No.
You don't think so?
No, because 14 came out and it shit the bed. And they were like, "Oh,
people
no."
hated that at
so
first.
They fixed it. Why? If it ain't broke, don't do it again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like MMOs, you can get if as long as it's alive, you can keep going. Like I mean, let's go back to RuneScape. The RuneScape I play is old school RuneScape. They released RuneScape 3. People didn't like RuneScape 3, so they re-released old school RuneScape. So now there's two RuneScape. There is a RuneScape 3, but there's an old school RuneScape.
I didn't even know there was a 2.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
Which one are you playing? Are you playing?
I'm playing. There's 3 RuneScapes technically. There's RuneScape 1, and there's RuneScape 2, and RuneScape 3. But then they reopened 2. I mean, I'd say old school RuneScape, but I could be talking shit. But I remember that I was like, I'll go back to RuneScape. Downloaded RuneScape. Didn't know I downloaded RuneScape 3, and I was like, don't get me wrong, it looks loads better than old school RuneScape. But I think the people like myself and the Taha Balgazmis of the world, we'd put so much time. Why would we start again?
Sure.
So I mean, why would you do Final Fantasy 17, another MMO? Where like you already started off bad, like you've got they just get look at ESO for example. Like every time we watch a Bethesda fucking showcase, fucking ESO 15-minute. Oh, here's what ESO have got. Nobody cares, yeah. But I tell you what, there's about fucking 3 million people that care.
Probably hella people.
Do you know what I mean?
Fallout 76, right? Like there's probably
they still
stupid
going.
amount of people that sit there and play
ridiculous.
That. But that game's not good.
MMOs are crazy, man.
In a lot of ways, MMOs kind of invented this whole live service thing now. You know, just continuing on with one game till the end of time. Really took that model because I guess really Destiny, a lot of people were calling that an MMO when it first came out, if you remember, you know, like a mini MMO. And I guess that's kind of where the whole live service model started, and now we're here. Look what y'all did.
You did
Look what y'all did.
Natalie was there. We did midnight launch for Destiny.
Yeah, I did too. I got that white PS4. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was a cool one. Yeah.
We went to see like a really famous comedian. Surprised Natalie, and then I wasn't even driving at the time, and then bussed it all the way back to Derby. So Nottingham to Derby, good like hours drive, and then we got to Nottingham and then Derby, and then we got our Destiny 1, sorry.
Hell yeah, 2014, almost 10 years ago.
That's crazy, man, isn't it?
Crazy. Our next news story: a remake of The Elder Scrolls 4: Oblivion is in development at Virtuos Studios. Or Virtuos Games. Are we calling it Virtuos? Is that
Virtuos,
whatever. Virtuos Games is working on 5 different projects, arguably the biggest of which is Project Alter, which they're describing as a remake/remaster of Oblivion. Steven Sims, these guys are also making the remake for Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh,
they've done a bunch of other shit too. Yeah. This is also that same team.
Other shit too.
Yeah, so like I know they just made the PS5 and Series X version of the Outer Worlds. You remember that, the Spacer's Choice Edition that came out last fall, and that was not received very well. So I kind of worry a little bit about these guys handling all these big game.
What do you mean? What the Outer Worlds being the
Obsidian game that came out in like 2019. Yeah.
So these did their PS5 version.
So yeah, they did the next gen versions of that game, and that wasn't received very well. Apparently, it was very buggy and like it kind of looks different than the original Outer Worlds did. So I don't know. They kind of fucked that one up. I forget what else Virtuos has done recently, but it seems like they are now moving on to bigger and better projects with full on remasters and remakes of beloved games in Metal Gear Solid 3 and Oblivion now. So I don't know. I'm very interested in this. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, one of my favorite games of all time. I fucking love that game. I know you said you haven't played it before, but you know, it's just you know, it's a lot like Skyrim, obviously, but much more focused on the the different factions and whatnot, you know, like I feel like those are really memorable in Oblivion. The writing's really good in those and stuff like that. And yeah, I would love to see a remake of these. I don't know what took Bethesda so long to get these going. I think this might be a Microsoft decision here to go on and fully remake the Elder Scrolls, you know, because you want to keep that name going. You know, I know ESO has kind of been holding it on his shoulders for the past like decade now in terms of like new content, and then obviously Skyrim is super popular still, but you kind of want to keep that name going, especially if we're not getting Elder Scrolls 6 until 2030, probably at this point 2028, you know, somewhere around there. So it's going to be some years until that. So I think it's a really good idea, smart business move to put out the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion remake.
I mean, what you gotta give? Your Starfield's gonna come out. A lot of new people are gonna have Games Pass. They're gonna see Starfield and go, okay, no, this is great. I like this. This is alright. I like the older going around. It's gonna be same. I mean, I'm not expecting anything except for a few gameplay mechanics in Starfield to be any different. You go to a planet. There's a guy. He's a part of a faction. There's another faction. They're at war. Then there's a thief guild. There's another guild, and then you just do a great storyline with them, and then that's it. They all have the same formula. Like, I think we just all craving that type of Bethesda formula. So we got to finish that, and then we got to be like, ooh, and all of a sudden, I think we'll finish it, and they'll be like, oh, Oblivion, ooh, and then the people that never played it, because we were all kids at the time. I remember my friend Billy, shout out, she was like,
shout out Billy.
Yeah, she was playing Oblivion. I was like, at this time I was a dumb kid, so I was like, oh, this is not Gears of War. You fucking suck. And she's like, no, you're stupid. And I was stupid. And then, but now I'm like, oh, I regret not playing it. But it's to the point now, it's just too old to play, right?
You could, you know, I don't feel like that's the difference between. So a lot of people want Morrowind remade, right? Elder Scrolls 3, original Xbox game. A lot of people want that. I feel like that would be. You would need to fully remake that game and like add in different stuff and stuff like that, because that is truly like an older game and it feels old, you know, from what the little I've played. I've never completely played through Morrowind, but I've played, you know, a couple hours here and there of that game. But Oblivion, I feel like you could get away with just some touch-ups, you know, change the mechanics of the combat a little bit, update the graphics. I feel like you could just put that out and get away with it and be fine, you know.
What's the combat like? Is it not like Skyrim?
No, it's exactly like Skyrim. You know, the magic doesn't feel as good as Skyrim, so that maybe that's where you change.
Yeah, but I mean, let's face it, the magic in Skyrim sucks. Like,
yeah, that's
you're either doing a fire thing out your hand, or with a spear, or with a staff,
and you just hold it. You know,
you just hold it. I remember because I went back to Skyrim not long ago. Well, I say not long ago, about 4 years ago. And I was like, I'm gonna be a fucking mage. I'm gonna be sick, but it was just boring. And everything. That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, I just think
I'd love to play
it.
100%.
Yeah.
Like,
I think you'd really like it, dude. The main story in Oblivion has a great main story, better than Skyrim's. You know, and Skyrim's, you know, obviously its main story isn't that great. People don't really talk about that like that. You know, like the actual main story of Skyrim. The main story in Oblivion is fantastic writing and characters.
No, I couldn't tell you. A lot of brick walls with a bit of white writing on. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
From I remember the Thief Guild. I do remember the Mage Guild, but I've not long played that. But yeah.
Yeah, the guilds are mostly what stick out of Skyrim. Yeah. Oblivion too. Oblivion has great guilds. Dude, the Dark Brotherhood storyline in Oblivion is fantastic. Like it's great. So yeah, I'd be really looking forward to this Oblivion remake. I think it's a smart business move. And I'll play it. I'm just a little worried about Virtuos Studios being the one to develop this, you know. And I know Todd Howard. He's been very against remaking his old games, you know, or remastering or putting new ones out or whatever. Because I think they like having the mod community do that for them. You know, there's actually an interesting thing going on. People have been remaking Oblivion in the Skyrim engine for years, Skyblivion, and that's supposed to come out next year officially now. You know, and it's like, damn, you're gonna just shit all over them if you put out the remake around the same time.
I mean, but it could come out. It could be the opposite way though. Both games could come out, and they'll be like, "Fucking hell, this is way better." Yeah. And then all of a sudden, fingers crossed, a bunch of guys have got a job.
Yeah, hopefully, right?
It works like that. It does work like that in a strange way, like especially on the Microsoft side. it does work like that. Nintendo, they're a bit.
Bethesda Game Studios in particular has hired many people from their modding
Massive,
community to come over and work on their games. Yeah, and that is awesome to see.
Shout out to Bethesda, man. I like Bethesda.
Me too. Fucking love them. One of my favorites. Can't wait, bro. Starfield, 4 weeks.
Oh. I know, man. Like, what are we doing?
Oh man.
I'm not buying it. I refuse to buy it just to play it a week early.
Oh, I'm buying it.
I can't support that behavior.
I can support it.
I know.
I support it all fucking day.
My bank balance can't afford that.
Gotcha. It's like $35 if you got the Game Pass.
Is it though?
Yeah.
It's
not too bad. But yeah, Oblivion Remake's supposed to come out sometime late 2024, 2025. We don't know exactly if it's a remaster or a remake. Very exciting. Exciting times. Be happy to see it. Steven Sims, that'll do it for the news. Actually, wait, no, it will not do it for the news of the week because we have the video game Circana numbers for the month of June. Steven Sims, hit the song.
Circana, top 10 video games
20
of the month. Top 20 video games of the month. Yeah, I heard the click as well. Sick.
Great.
Is that all the news? Is that all the news? Surely there's some more.
Yeah, that's it. It was kind of a light news week. Not really. I mean, those were kind of bigger stories.
Did we talk about Red Dead? We talked about Red Dead last week.
Yeah, we talked about it forever ago. I'm kind of waiting for the official announcement. Then we'll really talk about it, I guess. But should be announced sometime this month. But we will see.
Anyway, let's do top 20. Let's go.
Yeah. The top 20 Circana numbers for the month of June 2023. We will start off with number 20, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Number 19, Resident Evil 4 Remake. Number 18, God of War Ragnarok. number I liked it. Number 17, Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life. Number 16, Elden Ring. Number 15, F1 2023. Number 14, Minecraft. Number 13, Dead Island 2. Number 12, Mario Kart 8. Number 11,
FIFA 23. Where was Minecraft last month? I'm gonna do some research.
Minecraft last month was number 12. It says it right here.
So where is it now?
It is number 14.
So it's just always there.
It's just always there. Minecraft doesn't leave.
I get it. How does it work?
My question is, who doesn't own it at this point? You know?
I mean, how does it work on a science level? Kid grows up, kid buys Minecraft.
Yeah, I guess. What age would you play Minecraft at? Like 8?
I mean, my daughter's 7 years old. She's playing it now. So what?
Really? Okay.
Was
she playing it earlier than that?
I reckon she's been playing it for a good year.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe
so
more.
What? 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Damn.
I played Minecraft when I was.
It's kind of like Call of Duty. When you hit 12. I feel like you have to buy Call of Duty, You hit 12 years old. You're Call of Duty.
I mean, but my 10-year-old though, like she's just Roblox. Like
is she in a Call of Duty?
No, she's just me. Like she just plays this game on Roblox all the time. Like she plays like a Minecraft knockoff on Adopt Me. No, on Roblox called Islands, which is like kind of like Minecraft MMO type thing. Like you kind of build stuff, fish stuff, put it in a vending machine, and people buy it from you. Like you set the price.
This is in Roblox.
Yeah, Roblox is massive, man. I know it. I know it's
a whole
shit.
world out there.
It's honestly, Roblox is massive.
Yeah, I know.
Massive, unbelievably massive. And they're like, you don't understand. Like, if you go to a toy shop, you will see toys from games from Roblox. Like this here. Yeah, it's crazy. Like this thing here. That there. That's from a game from Roblox called Pet Simulator X.
And that's from Roblox.
That's in Roblox.
Okay. That's a character.
And like Roblox, these developers are like real, the real you know what I mean? Like some of these games are real people like making a living from these games. Microtransaction to 4.
A hell of a living too at this point.
Yeah, man. My kids are like, oh, Dad, can I get Roblox? I want to buy some this, that, and the other. I mean, I don't mind supporting it. You know what I mean? I don't mind, if they want to spend the money. And I know it's going to like, as long as I know it's like an established game. Like, because you can get these games that are not established. They're just people just trying to make a bit of, but I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that.
Oh, it's just cheap shit. Yeah.
But if I know, like, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, but there's other websites so you can buy stuff. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is that, like, what I was trying to get at is, like, because it's the summer holidays, is like, is Minecraft sales gone up because kids are, like, looking for something to do? Like that was my logic. But
okay.
it's gone down, not up. So.
Yeah, it's gone down 2 spots, but who knows? Next month it'll go up like another 8.
Yeah,
It's just
I just thought
the way of the world. Minecraft. Number 10, Marvel's Spider-Man. Number 9, Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. So some, I guess people getting hyped for Spider-Man 2, I guess, right?
Sale, maybe.
Yeah, there must have been a sale.
There's summer sale.
It's on
summer
PC
sale
too, right?
Yeah, and the
So
Steam sale, just that I said, they had a big summer sale.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. It's 9
and
10 though, right? So yeah, good for Insomniac. I mean, selling a fuck ton. I can't wait to see how much Spider-Man 2 sells. I feel like that's gonna be huge.
Yeah,
the hype around that game, you can already like feel the momentum of the hype around that game. I feel like
the problem is I'm so excited for Starfield. That's all I'm kind of focused on. That's why I'm not. We had a conversation before the podcast. Like that's why I'm not playing it because I'm waiting for something. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, oh, play
in
Starfield.
One of those moods where you want to play the thing that's not out.
Yeah, I just want to play Starfield.
Nothing else will work. Yeah, I get like that sometimes. Yeah, for sure.
But now
I do feel like, especially after that announcement of the consoles and shit at San Diego Comic-Con, Spider-Man, it's gonna be fucking huge when it hits.
Oh, we need to talk about our pre-order experience.
Oh yeah, we can get to that after this whole thing. Number 8, MLB The Show 23. Number 7, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Number 6, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Number 5, Hogwarts Legacy. Number 4, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And then your top 3 are all new games. Number 3, Street Fighter 6. Number 2, Final Fantasy 16. And number 1, Diablo 4.
Let's play that
for the month of June. Yeah, I'm surprised you're not getting into that.
Why don't you go, mate, I'm thinking about it. I've just sold a load of. I had some wrestling belts on the wall up here. I've just sold them all and made £35. But it's like a game that I play with Natalie, but Natalie's obsessed with this fucking game. You've been playing this game, playing Timberborn on the PC.
Never even heard of that. Timberborn, interesting.
You're just like controlling these beavers.
Okay. Beaver game, gotcha.
Honestly. But she's like clocked in like 200 hours. 200 hours.
Wow.
Crazy.
Okay. Well, maybe at someday you're gonna Diablo 4. Diablo 4 though, selling extremely well. I think we all expected this to come. I'm expecting this to be one of the highest selling games of the year, probably in like top 5, if I had to guess. Yeah, this thing's huge, man. And like, it's just one of those things I don't even care about, but I see it from afar doing super well, and that's great, right? Then FF16 being number 2. Great. Hang on. Where is it on the whole year? Yeah, FF16 is already the 9th bestseller for the entire year. So, and Capcom actually came out and said they were happy with the sales number. Thank fucking God, because Square Enix came out and said they are happy with the sales numbers of FF16. Thank fucking God, because Square Enix always comes out and say they're disappointed with their sales numbers.
Didn't they say they were?
Well, what the fuck were you guys? No, they said they were happy with this one. Every other game, they say they're disappointed. But just like, I don't know what you guys are expecting. I know this game sold 3.5 million in the first week or whatever. That sounds great for a PS5 exclusive game. That's awesome. Obviously, it's not going to be like Nintendo exclusive numbers or anything, but like 3.5, that's huge for 40 million PS5 consoles being out there in the wild. 3.5 million of those picking up FS16. That's huge. It's probably, and that was in the first week, so it's probably inching up to 5 million, I had to imagine. So, and then being the 9th bestseller overall in the year, the FF16 is selling fantastically, I think. Then Street Fighter being number 3. Yeah, that's probably where I would have put that. I don't know. I kind of thought Street Fighter, me and Danny were talking about this last week, is like how much is Mortal Kombat going to outsell Street Fighter? Because I really, in my mind, Street Fighter is still a bit more popular than Mortal Kombat, but it's not at all now, clearly. You know what I mean? Mortal Kombat 1 is going to be like a 10 million seller. That's going to be one of the highest selling games of the year. Street Fighter 6, I'd kind of be surprised if it even lasts. It certainly won't last in the top 10 for the year, but even in this whole top 20 list for the entire year, I'd kind of be surprised if it even lasts there, which is surprising me. I don't know if you feel the same about Street Fighter and its popularity, but like I thought it was more popular.
I always kind of thought like there was like, so as a kid when you start to get introduced to games, like kind of get introduced to fighting games first because they're quite easy to pick up and play.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was like introduced to Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter pretty much like I had a Power Rangers fighting game. Do you know what I mean? You picked it up before, and that was it. Like, so they always ran. I always kind of thought you were either this or that. If that mean there was never you either Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. You're never both, or like. So I don't know. Like I think Mortal Kombat is just. I think what sells Mortal Kombat is the gore. People love the gore, like sex and like gore sell, and you put that in anything and it sells. Like I haven't got too much
I
of an
think
opinion on
I'm
it.
just in like the right exact age to where like when I was a teenager, Street Fighter was the bigger thing just because of Street Fighter 4, right? And then obviously
that had a really good art style though,
but like
didn't it?
yeah, definitely. And like that was just like a big thing when I was a kid, you know, younger. And then like, you know, I remember Xbox re-releasing Marvel's Capcom 2 and Street Fighter 2 and all that. Me and my friends got so into those, and we never really touched Mortal Kombat. And it just seems like every other like age group around me is super into Mortal Kombat, and I'm just like, I missed the boat on that one. Not that I don't like Mortal Kombat. I'm excited for Mortal Kombat 1, but I definitely have more of a soft spot for Street Fighter than I do Mortal Kombat. And I just find it odd how much better Mortal Kombat sells than Street Fighter. But nonetheless, good for all these games. New games doing very well. You know, I hate this like online discourse of people like, oh, all that's doing well this year is like remakes and shit. Like, no, not at all. You know, people are like, the best games of this year are Resident Evil 4 remake, Dead Space remake, and Metroid Prime remaster. You know, it's like that couldn't be further from the truth. Honestly, new games are killing it right now.
And Metroid Prime sucked.
Oh yeah, you did try that. Well, speaking of that, Sims, we're done with the news, and we will now get into what we've been playing. Steven Sims, what you been playing?
I mean, it's a tough question. So I mean, I don't know. I'm suffering from like post Zelda traumatic experience. I guess I don't know.
Sure,
like
sure.
I've just come off like a 2-month relationship with Zelda, so everything else is just not good enough. Like, nothing is good enough. It's like you drink tea or coffee for like 18 years of your life. You have 2 sugars. It's like, and then you take the sugars away, and you're like, I don't like this anymore.
I can't do it.
You know what I mean?
Do it.
But no, I don't know. I finished Zelda, so I was like, right, I need a game to play. So I think I did. What did I do? I forgot. I did something. Little. No.
Oh well, I know you played. You've been on here. You talked about like Oxenfree 2 and all that.
I did Oxenfree 2. That's it. I did. I did Zelda. Then Oxenfree 2.
You talked about that last time.
Yeah, because I was like, it was nearing to Oxenfree 2, and I was like, I'm gonna finish Zelda now. I'm done with it. I'm quite happy to finish it. Did Oxenfree 2 in a couple of days.
Halfway through Oxenfree 2.
Was I right to tell you to play Oxenfree 1?
You were, yeah. I think.
Yeah, because it's like
kind of just because like it got me in the mood too, and also I watched like a lot of like ending explained videos of Oxenfree 1, just so I was like into it, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, I think you were right on point with
that. Finished that. Then I was like, well, I've got this Metroid Prime. I've had it for a while. I've had it since May. Let's just do that. A couple of hours. I heard it's you know, holds up to this day. Game of the generation. Genre defining, blah blah blah, and I gave it 3 days of like, and I just kept picking. You know, when you're just not immersed enough, where you just keep picking up your phone. Like,
yeah,
and then you put it down. You're like, oh, okay. Look at you, pick up your phone, and then I got to, and then like the game's got old school like vibes about it. So like you got to find save points. If you die, there's no checkpoints. It's just so I died once, and it took me back by 2 hours. So I was like, right, that's my mistake. So then it happened again. And then I picked up this guide, and I was like, I'll just follow this guide because I kept getting lost. And then I died, and then it took me about 3 hours, and I was like, I'm out.
To get back, yeah.
I'm out. Seen a bit. It's raw.
That's the thing too, is like I can't, when I'm playing a game and I feel like I need a guide, I immediately start disliking it too. You know,
see,
I'm just like. Because even then, I'm like, if I'm playing with a guide, that means I have my phone near me. That means I look at my phone. That means to read the guide, and then I'm like, oh, I might as well check Twitter real quick, you know. And then I'm just completely out of the experience.
I tried to like, we got like an old like Surface Pro, so I was like, I set that up. I was like, this will do. I'll get rid of the phone. I'll just do the Surface Pro. So I'm just tapping the space bar. And I don't know. I just died, and I was like, you know, when you just have to admit. You just don't like something.
Yeah, you gotta.
And I just don't. And then I put it in the Discord, and I just opened up a can of worms. Tucker was there, and I was like, He was like, you're right, and I was like, oh, thank God. Like, I just feel like I'm going mad. Like, And like for saying, I know I take the piss out of Tucker for being quite young, but like he's got a quite mature brain, especially for the game side of things. And I was just like, I just felt like it was me. Do you know what I mean? I thought, am I the problem?
Isn't the kid like 23? Like he's not that young.
I know, but like, look at him, man. He's still wearing nappies. Let's face it. But yeah, I just couldn't.
But was it like the backtrack? Because like I liked the game
I
enough
don't know
to
what
beat
it was just
but I
boring.
didn't.
Like,
Yeah, it does get a little boring at sometimes. I liked a lot of the environmental storytelling that was going on there. You know, reading the different stuffs and like finding out about this like ancient race kind of attracted me to it a little bit more.
it's
And
just
then I like some of the puzzles and then the boss fights I thought were really amazing actually. You know, you probably didn't get to many of
I
those,
got
but
to
I thought a lot of
one
those were
and I was
really
just
cool.
circling it, shooting it, and then that was it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you know, I liked. Don't get me wrong, I love Metroid Dread. Like Dread was so good. It was beautiful looking. The sound design was amazing. Like the 2D platforming of it, like the whole Metroidvania, like it is Metroid and it is Vania. But yeah, I don't know. I just felt I was like I'm out, and I felt guilty, and then obviously I spoke to everybody, and it was kind of just like, look, you're just not enjoying it. And then I did
It's
say,
the backtracking, man. Like it really is the
yeah,
backtracking
because I did
that
find that I
just
was
kind
like,
of
right,
gets you.
I was
Yeah.
following through this guy. I was like, I got all the way back there to go all the way back here to do this, to do that. And I
Yeah,
just like,
after beating it, dude, like you go through the same spots so many different times, and then like especially towards the end, it gets really complicated to find the remaining spots, to find the remaining items you need and shit. So I had to use a guide like come the end, but I was like so far that I'm like, all right, I'm gonna see this through.
It's a shame. So I put it down and I was like, right, I'll try Final Fantasy 16. Like, this is it. I got 6 weeks off. I started it, and then I don't know, like I don't know. I like I said earlier, like to you personally, I was just like, there was jokes about RuneScape, so I kind of was like, oh, I'll just set aside a night to play RuneScape on the Steam Deck. Like, set it up, so then I've got RuneScape accessible because I can just sit in my armchair. I got a little like portable mouse and keyboard. Just just I don't know, just to piss everybody off because I'm playing it, because I keep winding kids up. I was like, listen, kids, you stop playing Roblox. You need to play stop playing RuneScape. And even my 7-year-old was like, listen, Dad, you shut the fuck up. All right, no one's gonna play. Because I was like, you can chop down trees, and then all my kids are like, you can do that in Minecraft. So you can go fishing, and we can do that in Minecraft. So you can do this. It's like, listen, Minecraft, and I'm like, you know what, you're right. So anyway, I ended up playing Pokemon Yellow, like randomly, because obviously I got access to all these ROMs allegedly. So I just ended up, because I'm reading a Pokemon I'm reading the Pokemon manga at night, you know, just have a couple of pages every night, and I was like, oh, I could just play some Pokemon, because like the old ones are the best. They are like there's this. It's simple. It's just it's simple but deep JRPG mechanics. Like of just like you've got to train your Pokemon up. You got to get to a certain level, get the best moves, and then beat the gym leader. And then, but I obviously playing an emulator, you can speed things up. You can like really speed it up. So like you're just whizzing through training. If you want to go and grind, it takes you half the time grinding. So and then I finished Pokemon Yellow in like 3 days. And then I was like, well, what else can I do? And all bearing in mind, I'm watching like TV in the background, so like I've got that background noise on, which is nice. So and like I had in the mornings the Women's World Cup's on, so I'm watching that in the morning, and then at night I'm like Twisted Metal, and it's nice sometimes, isn't it? Just like to be immersed in two things at once. Do you know what I mean? Like Twisted Metal's on in the background, you don't care too much, you're getting the quippy jokes, you know, you're having a great time. And then all of a sudden I'm playing Pokemon Silver, and I'm like, I'm done with that now. So now I'm over it. So now I'm looking for this game to play, and I'm like, I need to play Final Fantasy 16. And like I was speaking to you, like I spoke to you earlier, like you just need to play. It's so hard to pick up a game that it's so early because it hasn't got you yet. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm only like an hour, maybe that even into it, and it's just like, oh, it's just I don't like learning new games. I don't think anybody does, right?
Yeah, it depends. It depends on the mood, right? Like if I'm like hyped for it, you know, like hyped for the game, then yeah, I'm super into learning all the new mechanics and stuff like that. But yeah, if it is like something I've been putting off or just like an older game or something like that, then yeah, it is a little. You gotta just get over that bump, right? Of
that thing is though, like every time I've played it, I've been impressed. Like with the big troll fight, and then the ups and downs of the story, the swerves. I'm like, fucking hell, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, fucking hell, like I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I can't figure it out. I think I've got too much time in my hands. I'm just lazy about it, if that makes sense. Like, I'll do it tomorrow, but I don't do it tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? And like, I'm enjoying like playing
I
this
wouldn't
game.
force yourself or anything, but like,
No, I'm gonna play
I
it. I'm
think
gonna
you'd
play it.
really like it once you get into
Yeah,
it, once you get over that hump. Like, I
got
think
like
you'll enjoy yourself.
got like story mode on, got the rings on, you know, press R1 when it tells me to, and then like kind of trained myself to like just press R1 instinctively. So I'm like hitting R1 before it even
especially
tells me
from
to
that
press.
standpoint. Like, honestly, you could have played on normal. The game's very easy.
Yeah, I
but,
remember you saying that's sweet. Yeah, well,
yeah. Like, I don't think you'd have a hard time at all if you just played on the normal difficulty. But whatever, do what you want. But yeah, I think once you get over that hump, you really like it. Especially, I think you'll like the side quests more than most do. You know, they're just silly little stupid stuff, especially at first. You know, but like again, it becomes like a checklist game with the side quests.
I might try and I might just put it on tonight.
You like that stuff.
I don't know.
Type of stuff like I do.
I've got quite a lot of time to do. Like, I might just play it tonight. I might. Just,
yeah.
I might. I say this. And then very quickly, Vember. That came out on Monday. I was very excited for Vember. I don't even know why.
How is this game?
Just a little. Well, I expected it to be quite a long, not long. To be honest with you, I've only ever seen.
Hang on, back up. What is Vember? Because I have no idea what this is.
I've seen this trailer a couple of times. It's like a traditional Asian family, and more cooking mode, like more like you're cooking dinner, and that's all I knew of it. I just thought it was like
Cooking Mama.
Yeah, I thought it was something like that. I did. I didn't think it was a deep story. I didn't think it was.
Oh, is it like a
story?
Deep story? Okay.
I just thought it was cooking traditional Asian food with a bit of a story. And then the game starts, and it's just like this traditional Asian. I say Asian. I think the Tamil. I've never heard of this, but this traditional Asian Tamil family in Canada emigrated to Canada for a better life. Had a son. And then it's kind of like she brings her old grandma's cookbook with her, and like some of the recipes are like blurted out. So she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna make dinner for myself." And she got like, I don't know, something happens. So then you kind of just have to like fill in the blanks, because I cook as well for a living. So I kind of filled in the blanks myself, and like it was relatively simple enough. But when they put game mechanics into it, you're like, oh, it wouldn't really work like that. You complicated it to make it because it's a video game. And then it just has, you know, you do your little cooking bit. You have a bit of a story moment, very deep, very emotional, very traditional. Soundtrack's really good. Not my type of music, but very, very Asian, Tamil, you know, Bangladesh type music. I could be completely wrong. I'm so sorry if I butchered it. But great. Like, and then there's another cooking part, and then there's a story part, and then there's a cooking part. And then it just kind of goes through the years and just wraps itself up in a little bow in the most realistic ending ever. Like, of just like, I'm gonna be a better person. And the mum's like, yeah, good idea. And then it was like credits. I was like, oh, because like I said, we went out on Monday, took the kids to like little museum, went to the park, you know, had a great time. And I was like, right, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna put my feet up, I'm gonna try this Vember. I probably won't like it, but I'm really excited for it. It's on the Games Pass. And I put it on for about 7. I was done for 10. And I was like, more games like this, please. Just more little video games. It was wonderful. Like, a wonderful time. Like, I learned something. Like, you know, I was hungry. I felt something. It was just nice. Nice video game. Like, nothing that, you know, I'm going to remember it, but I'm not going to remember it because it's a brilliant game. I'm going to remember it because it's a nice little story. Like, you know what I mean? It's not.
It's only a couple hours, right?
Literally 90 minutes.
Yeah, that's not bad. I'll play through this.
I said to Daniel, it's, and then Daniel was like, 2 hours later, oh yeah, I finished it. I was like, yeah,
that was funny. It was like I beat it.
And I was like, what? It's just a wonderful little game. I'm sorry I took so long, but yeah, just having a great time, man. Just enjoying TV, enjoying life.
How's Twisted Metal?
Funny, okay,
funny, right?
Over the top.
I gotta watch the first episode.
2 episodes in, just over the top, great, like just good. Like I like the woman in it. She's out of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I like him. He's Falcon. I think he's funny.
It's like the mean girl from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, like I prefer him. Okay. I think what's his name?
I like Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, I think. I mean, he does good in Captain America, etc. But like, let him be funny. He's a funny guy, man. It's funny. It's good. I don't know. I
I'll check
like
it
this
out.
kind of comedy. It's like doesn't take itself too seriously, but it's funny. Like
Yeah.
they have these scenes where like he's driving around this like abandoned world, and like and he doesn't need to drift every corner, but he does. So they have like these like transition scenes of him going to place, and he just like unnecessarily drifts around the corner, and it's just funny. It's like, why have you done that? You just
Unnecessary.
unnecessary.
It sounds like the perfect thing, like you were saying, just have it on in the background
Yeah.
while you're
Get a
playing a
Switch on
game.
the
Yeah.
go. Get a little Steam Deck, and just chill,
Don't
man.
take it too seriously.
Have
Yeah.
a little zoo and just have a great time. Like he's not, but he's better than what you think. Like I know Daniel would be like, "Huh, the shit. I'm not watching that," but it's all right. It's all right. Like it
Okay.
deserves the sevens that he's getting.
No, check it out. Hey, it got better review scores than I thought it was gonna
Yeah,
get. So
crazy.
whatever. I'll fucking do it.
Well,
Real quick for me, I
yeah,
just
yeah,
been I beat Viewfinder, that cute little puzzle game
yeah.
with the thing. Yeah, I beat
That
that
looked good.
last week.
I enjoyed watching the review for that game, and I was like,
Yeah, you could download
that
it.
looks
Yeah,
like
it's
a
pretty
great
good.
game. I ain't gonna play it. Like it looks like what it's doing is impressive.
The puzzles are
Incredibly
so
impressive.
yeah. The whole perception thing is
Incredible.
honestly amazing. I would download it and just play one level just to see that, just because it's really cool.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of cool things with like different graphics and different looking environments. And, like,
And imagine how technically on a technical
how
standpoint,
complicated that would be to
how
make.
incredible.
Yeah.
Like, I can
Yeah, no,
imagine.
they do a lot of interesting stuff like
Imagine
that
what
too.
game developers are like. I bet game developers are ringing them and going, "How did you do that?
Yeah, how the fuck
Do
did
you know what
that
I mean?
work?
Like, just like
Yeah.
impressed. It fucking
There's
blew
like
my
parts
mind.
where you like walk through like portals into like
Yeah.
another different looking environment, or it'd be like the same environment but like a completely different graphic style.
Mm.
And that type of stuff's really cool. It was a really cool game. I wouldn't say it's like the best game ever or anything, or like a must play, but it was a cool little puzzle game. If you're into puzzle games, I'd definitely check it out. And then yeah, like I said, I'm playing Oxenfree 2. I'm like halfway through that. I suppose I'll talk about that next week after I beat it. Liking it thus far. The characters are cool. I kind of miss like the high school characters though. I kind of like the whole coming of age story side of it. So kind of missing.
I do
that.
like the
But
guy. I do like the characters.
yeah, Jacob and Riley are really cool. So I like their dynamic too thus far.
Yeah, maybe I should have done what you did and played number one again, because there's all these characters are just getting thrown at me, and I'm like, where, how, where?
Yeah,
what?
they do start talking about like Maggie Adler again, who's a character from the first one that you don't actually meet on screen at all, but like she's there, and like I watched some YouTube videos after I beat the first one too again, just to like get the whole story, just so I didn't have to like replay it a bunch of times, because it's a game that like she's stuck in a time loop in the first one, so like there's different things you could find throughout different playthroughs and like kind of piece the whole story together. But they kind of give you the whole story again in Oxenfree 2, like very early, like there's these people that died on a submarine in World War II, and it's like those are supposedly the ghosts. I don't know, I'm giving away some shit now, but yeah, I like the whole mystery aspect of it, so I'll talk about it more next week. But yeah, that's really all I'm playing. I don't know what else. I am also playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater because
what happened?
They'll just go for the platinum on that.
What happens to Vice City?
Oh, dude, I hate that game. That's what
you said to me. You said because you were like, "Oh, it doesn't hold up," and I just couldn't disagree more. Like, it does,
really?
Yeah,
dude, it doesn't at all.
Like
man. I just like the combat is so bad.
Love
it's so bad. The
Love
shooting, like
everything.
Dude, I got stuck on this mission. This is why I really.
Which one did you get stuck on?
I don't remember the name or anything, but like you got to hijack this boat, and it's just surrounded by gang members. So you got to like take out everyone fucking there. And
then
it's just
is it once you get the boat, it goes into like another gameplay of like you've got the circle and you're like shooting at that someone's driving the boat and you're shooting.
But I never got the fucking boat because I couldn't get past these guys.
I played it. I'm not even this version.
Yeah.
The PS2 versions on the PS4 or whatever. And I got to the third island, like the last third of the game.
What game? Which one? Are you talking
Vice
about San
City.
Andreas? Or are you talking,
No,
Vice
City.
Vice City?
Yeah.
Okay. So I got the whole map open up, but
how far did you get? Like, did you do the middle like Scarface mission? Well, I say that I go from like the middle. It's like there's a little mini island with Sanchez. You have to take his house.
Sanchez, you have to take his house. No, I did not do that.
No. And you've met have you met Lance?
Lance, yes, met Lance.
Yeah,
the white suit. Yeah.
Have you met Sanchez?
I think so. He's the
Mexican
Mexican
guy
guy
Diaz.
in the big house.
Yeah, Sanchez.
Lance Diaz. Yeah, I think no, it's not Lance Diaz. Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
Diaz is like.
I'm pretty sure Diaz is the guy that sent me on the mission to get the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Sanchez.
I just can't with the combat, man. The combat is just so.
I love
Also,
it
the
so
driving is
much.
just fucking hard. Why is it so hard to
Oh,
stay on the road?
it's not.
Why is it so hard? Why is
You're
it
a
so
bad.
hard?
Maybe it's just the new mechanics. I couldn't get
Yeah,
on with.
maybe.
I tried to play. I think I tried to play
Dude,
San
if the
Andreas.
combat was just slightly better, like give me a cover system at least, you know? Do
Nah,
that.
man. Just
Ah,
remake the
fuck
game.
that.
San
That's what I'm saying.
Andreas was
Me and
hard. It
Danny
was
were
hard.
talking
I
about this
swear these
last
games
week.
are harder.
Also, like, dude, the cutscenes are hilarious because they're
Love
like
it.
20 seconds long, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
literally
yeah.
like, "Hey man, go get this boat for me, and I'll give you
Yeah,
the money."
man.
And like that's literally it.
What's
And
the
then
what,
it's like,
who's your lawyer? I forgot his name.
boy, oh yeah, I forget that guy's name too. He's fucking annoying.
Have you met Roy Kent? Is it not Roy Kent? Have you met Roy
Roy
whatever his
Kent.
name?
It's from fucking Ted
Uh,
Lasso.
I'm close though, aren't I? The band.
No, I did not meet the band. No, I think I saw him on the boat though.
Yeah,
Not the
yeah,
boat
yeah.
I
He's
was
on the
trying to
boat. Yeah,
go,
he's
but
on
the
that big.
yacht. Yeah,
He's
yeah,
on the
yeah.
yacht. Yeah, yeah,
Well, that's
yeah.
where you kind of like see everyone. I don't know. You're kind of making me want to go back and play it
It's
again.
so
but, like,
good. It's so
I just got so
good.
annoyed with the
And
combat. Just the
then just
combat
listen
is
to
so
listen
dog shit.
to listen to VCPR. That's all you gotta listen to.
That's the thing is like you couldn't even remake Vice City. Like you would have to. You might as well just make GTA 6 because you would have to change everything about it. You know, you got to make these cutscenes longer. You got to develop an actual story. You know, you got to make combat
I
actually work
love the
in some
story. I do.
capacity.
Like,
There's no
did you ever
story. There
finish?
is
Did
no
you?
story.
Oh my god, it's so good. Like
There's no story. There's
Lance, man. Gotta do the lads
honestly,
dance.
you put. I played the game for probably what 5-ish hours, something like that. You put all the cutscenes together, probably less than a minute.
Oh yeah.
Probably
No,
less than a minute worth of cutscenes.
maybe.
2 minutes, maybe,
I
maybe.
I remember finishing the game. I remember one Mother's Day on my grandma's birthday. I spent the whole day getting all the hidden packages just for the helicopter.
I would love to platinum it, you know. That was my
that's
thing.
too hard.
Where
That's
I
way
was
too
like,
hard.
I would love to. Yeah, that's too hard. That's why I'm playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
I've got
Still
trophies.
that
I have to show
platinum.
you my trophies because I reckon if I
Yeah,
loaded
fair
it, I
enough.
don't know where my
It didn't
trophies.
look that hard. Like 5% of the people or something like that got the platinum. So it's like, how hard can it really be then?
I think I did all the cars. You get like a car dealership on the second part of the game. You buy the car dealership. But I got stuck on this driving this race. Oh, mate, it's so good. And then I remember I played San Andreas like years ago, like 10 years ago now, on an Xbox, on original Xbox. No, on the 360.
I'd be into Vice City enough to beat that and then play San Andreas because I've never played San Andreas. Like I've played it, but I've never like played through the story.
Why are we doing this podcast?
I guess I'm a fake gamer. I should not be allowed on here anymore.
My brother's played it. Oh mate, I'll never forget the day I got that game.
Anyways, I want to say something. Tony Hawk. Okay, yeah. Tony Hawk. I'm going for the platinum again.
You do this every year.
I know. I do this all the time.
This is like that toxic relationship you shouldn't be in.
I know. But Sibs, there's a way to kind of get to level 100 quicker. Okay, I saw this on YouTube. Okay, so you put game mods on, and you like have it so your special meter is all the way up and you can't fall. And then there's this part on a specific map or level where you can like grind multiple rails in a row very quickly just by pressing triangle. So you just do that and do your special, and you get like 7 specials in a row, and then you get like over 1 million points or something, and then you end the run, and then you get 300 XP, and you just do that over and over and over again for hours on end. And eventually, that is the quickest way to hit level 100.
How long we talking?
I can see it now. I see a path. A long time, Sims. A long time. Now, luckily, I seem to be a higher level than most people I've seen on like Reddit and stuff that are talking about this. Those people are like, oh, I'm like level 60 and starting it now and stuff like that. I'm level 80, luckily, right? But I'm still probably looking about 8 hours of doing that.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Not too bad. Not too
bad.
How
long would it take you to play it normally though? Like normally, what's normally saying?
Do it normally? I don't know, because you'd have to like decide what challenges you're gonna do to get the XP, and then you'd have to do those challenges, and some of those are very hard. So it's like you could just waste a lot of time doing those. You know, I also have to do all the hard get theres, and I only need one now. And the get theres are kind of like, you know, when you like see kids skateboarding outside and they're like, oh, I'm gonna grind that staircase rail and then, you know, ollie over this thing or whatever. That's pretty much what you got to do with the hard get theres. You got to put together a bunch of different gaps and all in one like session. You know, you got to like keep your manual going and stuff like that. And those are very hard, but I only need one more now. And those take hours, Sims. Those take fucking hours to get right. Someday I'm gonna get this platinum, and
I hope
you're gonna be proud of me.
I just feel like you're telling me that you're back with that girl that you shouldn't be with.
Yeah, I probably am. But someday I'm gonna put a ring on it, you know? A platinum ring.
This time it's gonna work out, yeah.
This time it'll work out, so trust me.
Play Vice City.
Don't worry. I'm not unless I'm platinum in Vice City, I'm not playing it, you know? In that game, the combat, man. Update the combat, you know, I can't. Give me a remastered GTA 4 cuz that game's at least workable. I can at least play that game, you know.
I feel like they ruined the games with the remakes. The original ones.
You think it's worse? Yeah. Yeah, you might be onto something there. You might be onto something there. I'm actually gonna wrap up the show now, Sims, because I gotta.
Yeah, no, it's my.
Okay. So that will do it for the Nerdic Gods podcast, episode 182. Unless we're completely wrong with the episode number, we still possibly could be. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/nerdicgods. You know, find us available on all audio platforms. Steven Sims, I don't know if there's anything else you want to say. Seems to be in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah, daughter wants me. Roxy, say goodbye.
She says bye, Roxy. She says bye. Roxy says bye. I say bye. Sim says bye. Aaron says bye. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.